Okay, hello freaking YouTubes again. We are gonna continue our writing journey over here with the Tula microphone and the Google Docs with the speech recognition software, and we are gonna press this timer over here. We'll do it this book in 1 hour increments, so it's like it puts on us some like restrictions for the time we are gonna do this, and it motivates us to like keep going, you know. This is called the Pomodoro technique, you know, if you have never heard of it before. It's really effective to get anything done in your life, anything that you can do in those kind of like time brackets, you know. I like the 1 hour timer, but because it's like it's easy to mark down if you want to keep track of the hours, you know. 1 hour is easy to mark down compared to like 30 minutes, you know. But the like purpose of we doing this, or I'm doing this, is that we're gonna practice English language, we're gonna master English language, and this is a good tool for like language learning because you can use so wide range of vocabulary, and that's what I want to like recommend you to do if you want to do something like this. Like try to like really like open up your mind to all the possibilities what you could be like writing about, and try to use all the possible words that are like for, like possible for you. For example, I use this word over here like repertoire, and it's really like for example, it's a hard word to pronounce, but also on top of that I almost never use it in the real life, and that's pretty funny. So, and the reason why I'm doing this is that I have this like a dream basically, that I want to like live in a country like the United States, maybe the United Kingdom, you know, where I could use like English all the time. I want to like become I want to become so good at English that you wouldn't really even guess that I'm from Finland, yes, you know. That's my like goal over here. And if you want to challenge, like to use a language, you know, write, you know, like what are the most challenging things you could do with the language, you know, like like singing, writing songs, writing books is even harder. I feel writing like screenplays maybe, doing anything creative with the language, and getting on stage. Those would be probably like the hardest things you could do with the language, most challenging. Writing a book, getting on stage, singing, like writing songs, do something, and of course like having conversations also is pretty hard. But you know, with conversations you can like take it into the direction where there are no words, that are like blind spots for you. And we also don't have any like dictionaries over here, we can't use anything like that. It has to come from inside, you know. So I want to recommend to you that if you kind of like are pretty good at the language already, then don't use any like on top of this, don't use any like dictionaries, just like try to like get it out there, so get noticed and that kind of thing. So quit worrying, you know. We were writing this book about worrying, and we were asking this question, sorry about that, we were asking this question: what is the mind designed for? The mind, a tool, and the money and your computer can all be used for many things. So we are gonna do some self-help stuff over here, and we're gonna ask this question: what is the most wise or intelligent use of the mind? Let's write over here: imagining, inventing, planning, remembering, thinking, trying to understanding, you know, these kind of things, you know, like for example, understanding is something you do, thinking is something you do, remembering is something you do. It's amazing that the mind has this many, like, it's amazing that you can even do that, you know. It's amazing that you can even remember anything. It's amazing that you can even think about anything. It's amazing that you can even understand anything. These are like things you can do with your mind. And like organizing. Can you really organize with your mind? Yeah, you can. It won't show in the outside world like for like instantly, but you know, you can organize with your mind. Can you like question, like you know, like this we can do so many things with the mind. And you know, like for example, we have this tool over here, this Google Docs. You know, the Google Docs, it's a tool, you know, a word processor. It has this like feature in it that you can use your voice to speak, to write with your voice, and it's really fine for that. But you know, if you think about it, there are also so many different like things you could do with this software that you probably can't do. Like if you like if you think about it, there are probably so many things you can do with the software that you can do with any other software, and there are so many things you can't do with this software that you can do with some other software. So if you think about this use of mind, if we want to like really understand how we use things, then we have to like ask this question: is the most wise or intelligent use of the mind, for example, like inventing, and is the most wise or intelligent use of our voice to like for example like talk, like talking, singing, screaming. You know, you can do a lot of things with the voice. Yes, it and that was finished. But you know that's like you could do talking in so many ways. You could like you could take so many different subjects to talk about, but you know, it's still talking. Like singing, you can talk with the different styles also. So get like understand. It's the most wise or like we're gonna create this like tree of use cases for anything. If we like right over here, like what is the most intelligent use of and wise use of money, and we could like put over here like spending. Okay, that's really interesting. Expanding. You know, that's an idea. That's the thing about this software, you know, because it sometimes like hears you wrong, but you can get so many ideas from the fact that it hears you wrong. So it's kind of at the same time it's a bit intelligent, you know. It might be a lot intelligent, you know, this software. What is the most intelligent, wise use of your money? And by the way, if you like hear that my voice is a bit like different than in the other videos. Maybe well, that's because I've been doing this like singing stuff so much in these few days, so it feels like I'm losing my freaking voice, you know. So that's pretty funny. It's my freaking voice. So, what is the most intelligent and wise use of money? Expanding. That I don't even know what that means, but spending. That was what I was gonna say. Spending, saving, investing, donating, loaning. Yeah. I've been actually thinking about this, like loaning, like loaning, for example. You know, like think about it this way, like if we have like it's the most intelligent use of the mind, for example, like inventing. Like for example, inventing ways of moving. Like we can create this tree, we can expand our mind like this. Like this is like the trunk, and here we have the branches. You know, planning, like what you are going to do. Remembering, like, what color was it? This kind of stuff, you know, there are functions to remembering. What was the price? How many were there left? Something like that. You know, remembering. Like spending. What are all the things you could be spending money on? Like food, like clothes, clothes, no. Rent, cars, tools. You understand that money in itself is kind of like a tool, in a sense that you can use it in for so many things. But if you spend it, if you kind of saving, let's imagine a situation where you have, like, you know, if you have really fine food, like it's going to like rot, so you can't really save food. You know, like saving, you can save money, but you can't save food. And you could, like, for example, with the clothes, you know, you could like buy this like you could buy this like hugely like expensive, you know, like suit, you know, that you only use, like you save it for those special occasions, you know. But then again, you might like buy a really nice suit and just freaking use it, you know. Just freaking use it, because why save it? You know, if you have like, if you have this kind of like person that like has nice stuff but never uses the nice stuff, uses only the like the cheap stuff because you want to save the nice stuff, like I don't really think that that's a good way to go about in life. If you have like a freaking like a shitty car, really shitty car and a really fine one, and you always drive the city one, there's really no freaking sense in that. That's like saving mentality for you in another sense. If you like, if you like yeah, like think about that. You like have this fine cutlery, you know, but you never use it. What's the point, you know? Just freaking use it, you know. That's like poverty mentality, you know. I think, you know, you should just like the first stuff is you shouldn't buy you shouldn't buy shitty stuff either way. But if you buy fine stuff, you should use it. You should like enjoy it. Yeah, that's also my like in like idea about money. You know, you should enjoy your money, whatever it is, but not in like really hedonistic ways, like drugs. You know, like we could like put over here like drugs, or like insurance, like security. Those kind of things, you know. How about investing? Where can you invest? Like in real estate, real estate, currencies, companies. That's kind of like the stock market, you know. So this is like buildings, currencies, you know, companies. Donating. Loaning. To individuals, to companies, to countries. You know, kind of like that. You understand? That you can like think of this, that if you want to like, for example, if you want to start using your money in the way that you're gonna start loaning money instead of like saving it, or instead of like spending it, you're gonna start loaning, then you could start with individuals, and you could ask this question: what kind of individuals? Or like, what kind of companies? What kind of companies? Yeah, like, you understand. So we could use the same type of like thinking. We could use the same type of thinking with the mind, or the body, or the voice. We're gonna ask these questions. What is the most? This is our like. We're gonna home on this point that we want to find the intelligent, these are like, and the most effective. We have to define what we are looking for. Like really, we have to really understand what we are looking for here. Well, you think about this. You think about this question: what is the most wise or intelligent, wise, intelligent, and the most effective use of your physical body? Physical body. You can like. Oh yeah, we could define even more. What is the most intelligent, wise? We are just gonna put like a column over here and say that what is the most intelligent, wise, and like creative and effective. We are going for this kind of like, we are going for life that is intelligent, wise, creative, and effective. You know, we want, and we are our like vision for here is that we want to use what we have in a way that creates something. I want to say that never seen before, but you know, something we want to create at least something great. You know, something we want to create something that is not being done like by everybody, but not being done every day. You know, we want to create something like that. I feel that that's our goal. That's my goal. You know, is the most intelligent, the most effective. Is the most wise, intelligent, the most effective way to use our physical body to like sit all day, like run, jump, crouch. You know, I was writing this like this first hour I wrote this like story about the guy named Blackfeather in the army, you know, and I have been doing this. I've been doing this when I got this really like special kind of like pants, you know, this like designer pants. I've been doing this like this crouching thing with them, like you know, like fast, you know, crouch type of walking, you know, like in the trenches, because they are really suitable for that kind of thing. And I just started thinking that like yeah, like using a physical body to like crouch pretty fast, you know, for example, if it's like really icy, you know, you if you fall, you know, you won't take much damage. It's really intelligent in a sense, and it's a really nice workout. But at the same time, you know, it's kind of like really out of the box and really out of the norm, you know, because for example, like spending money on, for example, on rent is really like spending money on rent is really like normal. That's like what most people do, you know. Well, not most people, but that's what a lot of people do. They spend money on rent, and a lot of people use their body to sit down all day, like like paying for rent and sitting down all day, kind of like maybe go together. Well, maybe not, but you know, you understand how what I'm saying over here. I'm saying that if you move from a place to place by crouching, it's kind of the same as doing something really like out of the norm with, for example, your like mind, or maybe your voice, or maybe your like money, you know. like for example, you know, it's like, yeah, you understand what I'm meaning over here. Like if you find a new way to move, you are gonna find a new way to like think. You are gonna find a new way to probably use your money also. You're gonna find a new way to like use your voice. Like for example, for most Finlandians, you know, they don't use their voice in this way. They don't use their voice for this. For most Finlandians, you know, understand. So it's kind of like you're using it in a different way, whatever it is, you know. And how did I even invent the stuff? It was through the clothing choices I made, and that was how I used money, you know. So I kind of like used something, and I used something in a certain way, and then I used something in another way, and then I used then I started like moving in a different way because I used my money in a different way, or in a way, you know, you understand. So like we could like you could spend money on like healthcare services, like services in general, you know. You understand what, like traveling, physical health, like in a sense that you could put your money, for example, into like a gym membership. We could divide it this like this, like flying, train, bus, yeah, you understand. Taxi. You understand how the world is like kind of like this you can go the most miles with flying in now. Then there's probably the train and the like ship, like the water way of going about it, you know, going by ships, you know. Like for example, like tools. I've been thinking about like upgrading my tools, you know, like for my creativity, you know. I need a new camera, and I need a new microphone. I need a new like probably I should get a new like really fine fountain pen also for writing. These are kind of like my tools for like this what I do. And yeah, like a camera, fountain pen, and like the, but you know, I'm maybe thinking a bit too like narrow, you know, because it might be that I should like expand even, like I don't even know what are the tools I should be using. There might be something that I'm not even like conscious of would be like good, you know. But you know, thinking about that, it's kind of like, yeah. So how about like, and then we are then we are gonna like go to this is the most intelligent effective way is to use your time. We are gonna talk about time. What's the most intelligent use of our time, and the wise, and the creative? Like, what would be, like for example, now I'm like doing writing, but what I'm really trying to like do over here is that I'm trying to like through writing I'm trying to understand life possibilities I have missed. Something like that. Yeah, you know. Like for example, if you say that you don't have time, it's the same as you're just using it. You're just kind of using it in a way. If you don't have time, it's the same as you are like dead, you know. If you're dead, yeah, you don't have time. You're using it in a certain way. Like what is the most wise or intelligent use of the mind? Like, you know, did we write like managing? Managing. There's probably limits. Like if we like ask over here, how is the tool I'm using right now limiting my mind? How is my mind limiting how I use this tool? Like ask about that. How is my mind limiting how I use this tool? Because if you think about it, if you want to make money in this world, you have to get other people to spend. You know, there are people who have freaking given their whole freaking like time and life and all of their like stuff to like the insurance freaking like the insurance type of like business, you know. There are people who have given all of their time to that. Well, maybe not all of their time, but there are, you know, you understand. If you want other people, if you want to get like rich, you know, you have to get like you have to motivate other people to spend. Like that could be the use of your time, you know. Motivating other people. Motivating other people. To spend. To be creative. To save. To kill. To not commit crime. To commit crime. To heal. To to get better. Like for example, the song, the smoke weed every day. You know, is that a good ways to use your like time in this world to motivate other people to smoke weed every day? It's kind of insane when you look at it in this way. A lot of stuff gets pretty insane if you look at it this way. So like motivating other people to think better. Not hurt others. That could be like your the Buddhist monks. Buddhist monk. How about to kill the army man? To not commit crime. Well, maybe like the like the one that works with like youth worker. Or maybe like a guy in a prison to commit crime, to heal, to get better, like a coach. And then you could go deeper into this. What kind of coach? Like a life coach, sports coach, voice coach. You can do all kinds of coaching. Okay. And there could be also this kind of like the army man might have a function to get better at killing all, and it might be related like many things to it, like get better at accuracy, like with weapons. And a voice coach, it's pretty funny actually, because there are these like things you can do in your life where you could be a voice coach and you could help the army man, but you could also help the Buddhist monk. Yeah, think about that. If you are that kind of coach, you can help the Buddhist monk, but you can also help the army man. Yeah. Motivating other people to save. Like motivating other people to spend. Yeah. To not commit crime. To commit crime. You understand? You get what I mean over here. So So the worrying is a way to you use your mind, and it's kind of like a consequence of you using your, like, is it really a personality thing, or is it like a consequence of you using something other thing that's a certain way? You know, for example, you worry because you use your money in a certain way, or you worry because you use your like time in a certain way. It's kind of like it's kind of like always a consequence of something. So if you really want to like do something about it, then like for example, you could this could lead to worrying. You know, you could start worrying about your savings. You could start worrying about your savings. And we can think, how could this lead to worrying, like investing? How could like loaning lead to worrying? Loaning could lead to worrying in a sense that you are starting to worry that what if these people can't pay, or what if these people won't pay. It could lead to worrying in that way. Donating, how could donating lead to worrying? It could lead to worrying like that, like how are they gonna spend the monies that I donated? But you know, it's kind of like donating probably makes you the least worried about like anything, you know. Like imagining, like, yeah, you understand. How could this lead to worrying? So if we want to get rid of worrying, we have to like really backtrack what is causing it. And we have to like really also like think about if it's the worrying is actually yours. Like, is the worrying actually yours? Like, are those thoughts actually your all, or like yours? You know, if you're like worrying about, like if you can, you know, how, for example, how might flying lead to worrying? You know, you could think like this, that what if this plane crashes? Yeah, yeah. How about, yeah, you get this. This is really pretty important, you know. So if you want to like if you want to like really, it's worrying a kind of like a prison, you know. It's worrying a kind of like a prison. Yeah, you think about that. Hmm. So there's the way we could like use our time. You could like, when we think about the use of time, you could like you could like say that like motivating other people to work. Yeah. Like, for example, working for money is a way of using your time. Working for money is a way to use your time. and spending is a way to use your money. And if you, for example, like this, entertainment. So you understand a lot of money is spent on entertainment. So if you like, well, it's entertainment. Yeah, it's kind of like it's a lot of money is actually spent on it. So if you think about it this way, that if you spend your if you spend your like time to work for money, and then you spend your money to like be entertained, then you actually or you spend at least some of it in that. It's kind of, isn't it kind of like a bit insane, because I don't know, so what is the wise decision? You could get counseling. That's a way to like use money. So if you're, for example, if you're like for example you're like married, you understand that being married is a way to use your time also, like working for money or raising a family. Yeah. So it's like way, like raising a family is a way to use your like time. So if you're like spending your time to work so you can get money so you can raise a family, it's basically like, yeah. So we get into this like kind of rut, in a sense that we get into this kind of rut over here, where the Buddhist monk doesn't spend money, doesn't there are those retreats where you don't even use your voice. The saying in the like the Chen tradition that you'll have to learn how to not to think. Like don't use your mind for thinking. It could be like motivating other people to not think. To not think. You could be motivating other people to not think. You can do anything. You can freaking do anything. If you deem it that it's like the right thing to do, then you will do it. You can motivate other people to become an American. Like I have been doing in my YouTube channel. I have been motivating to you become an American. Is that pretty funny? Yeah, that's pretty funny. Like, if you deem it's right thing to do, you can use your whole freaking life to do it. But I feel that we are kind of like in a really weird like territory over here with this file, because we are kind of like thinking a little bit like we are getting a little higher level over here. So if somebody says to you that that's not a good way to use your time, or that's not a good way to use your physical body, or that's not a good way to use your money, or that's not a good way to use your time, then look at the guy's life and see that how he uses his freaking money or time, or freaking like his mind, or his anything, and you realize that yeah, like you have to like really have your own freaking vision about your life. Like you can't be like pushed around in that way. So you could be motivating other people to save their like, freaking this like, you could be a freaking youth worker, like motivating young ones to not like have like freaking sex, so you don't need, so like they don't like become pregnant and all kind of things like that. But is that a freaking good use for your time? Probably not. So like using your time, let's say that time is all you have. Let's start with this. Time is all you have. You don't have a mind. You don't have money. You don't have possessions. You don't have a voice. You don't have anything but time. So how are you going to use your time? So how are you going to use your time? Life is the only thing you have. You understand? If you're still alive, life is the only thing you have. Dividing life like this, it's pretty stupid actually, because like you only have life. You don't have anything else but life. You know? You can say that, yeah, if you can put yourself into this like situation. If I don't use my life like this, I'm gonna die. Yeah, you think how freaking like stupid that is. It defines your life, how it's gonna be. For example, if I don't work on my English skill in my life will never evolve to the point where I will be able to live and thrive in a country that only speaks English. You might create these like consequences by doing what you do. Yeah, my brain's kind of like not understanding what I'm going for over here. if time is all you have, then what, like, yeah, if the life is, your life is the only thing you have. For example, like right now, I could be doing almost anything but this. Let's think about use cases for life. What are the use cases for life? How you can actually live? You can live without getting attention. You can live honestly. You can live Let's try to imagine all possible ways you could live your life. Thankful, happy, depressed, wild, these are kind of like those kind of words, you know, that don't really like mean anything, because show me like a person that lives depressed. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Show me a person that lives like thankful. Well, yeah, you can freaking find a guy like that. Show me a person that lives wild, you know? Yeah, you can find a peers person that lives like that. Show me a person that lives without getting any attention. Yeah, yeah, you can live like, you can live in so many ways. And in the life you have to like freaking like freaking get this, that like philosophically. You can live extravagant. You get what I mean? We're talking, yeah, like I remember this, like this dude on the YouTubes, you know, the actualized man, and he talked about life in this exact way. He had a really upper level of like understanding life. You can live life addicted. Yeah, think about that. So what's the really what we're really doing? We were like, this is the Apple high, like this is really like deep stuff we're going for. I'm gonna invent a title for this, but you know, thanks for watching.